Um, and I want to make sure it's all working. So, what up? We're live. This is Pride of the People podcast. We're back for our second week. And I just want to make sure this is. I want to make sure this is working. So, while I'm doing that, why don't Harrell just say something real quick?
I got you. Back with episode 2. Round of applause. We have Josh on the line with us. Drum roll for Josh. How you doing today, Josh? How have you been?
Pretty good, Robert. You know.
Who's Robert?
I was trying to be like the news reporters when they freeze. Back to you, Dave.
But no, we have Josh. Another marvelous senior from Little Earth here with us today. Enjoying.
I've been pretty good. Just, inside a lot, not doing nothing.
Yeah. How's the gaming career going? You were popping for a bit, streaming and everything.
Not really.
No?
No, I didn't stream much or nothing. I've never had decent Wi-Fi or good enough Wi-Fi to stream. So.
What new games are you on now that this has happened? Since we're forced inside, it's like the gamer's best friend.
I'm finally playing 2K.
Hey, I saw that, bro.
Oh, there we go.
I did see that, bro. What'd you make a my player?
Yeah, I'm a 88 overall right now.
It's not bad. It's not bad. You can go in the park and that.
What position?
Show some kids.
Point guard. I'm an offensive threat.
Okay. Did you make your character look like you, or just some random person?
Bro, I did the face scan on the app. Bro, they did me so dirty.
Quit playing, bro.
So bogus, bro. I should
No.
have took pictures, bro. That shit was funny. That stuff was funny.
Bro, that's crazy.
I think that face game is broken. They left me with a left side meteor in my face. It was all.
Bro,
yeah. It's
it had my forehead popped out, bro. It was so funny, bro. It did me so bogus, bro.
For real?
Yeah, it was pretty funny though.
2K is where it's at. It's where the competitive people are.
Bro, some of them dudes
toxic people though. There be some guys on there trash talking for the smallest things you do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Don't get 2 turnovers in a row. You a point guard too. They own you.
Bro, it's like you take an open shot, but you just you miss. It happens, and bro, and everyone's just on your ass. It's too much, bro.
Yeah. I don't like it, especially if you don't have the right badge set up too. It's a weird game.
Yeah.
All right, so we might have some more guests. We'll see. They'll pop on and off. It don't matter. If you're a teen and you want to join we have spots for 2 more people. Just message me and we'll send you the link to join. Super easy. Just come chop it up with us. Or comment on the stream.
Working?
Yeah, everything's working. Yeah. So I wanted to start today. We checked in. Everyone's doing good. It seems like I just wanted
TJ, how are you doing? You didn't answer that. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. The only thing I would say is I'm kind of tired. I worked a lot today. Last night, I'll tell you a crazy. So last night there was a shooting on my block, somewhere within at least a 2-block radius. So I'm playing Call of Duty Warzone, right? And I got a nice headset, not this one, but I have another. I have an Astro headset, so it's nice. And I'm like, yo, these gunshots sound real. What the hold up, bro, wait a second. And then I'm like, and plus my window was open, so I'm like, wait a second, those are real gunshots. So then I go outside and I don't go outside. I go to my front window and then cars are driving away and I couldn't tell if those were the people shooting or not. But I was just like, dang, where it looked like it happened. There's houses down there that are kind of what some people would say troublesome houses. But I mean, there's little kids that live there too. So that was my first thought. Is everyone okay? Hopefully nobody got hurt. The cops came and, they did their drive-bys and stuff. But They did not their own drive-bys. I mean, they drove by and tried to see, what was going on.
I was about to say, yo, if the cops doing drive-bys now, TJ, you might need to move. It might be time.
I know. So, I mean, other than that, like, everything's good. I'm good. So, I wanted to ask y'all, though, what do you think about the news? Josh, I don't know. I'm sure you've heard this, but if you haven't, I mean, maybe this is news to you. There's going to be no school for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah. I've already heard about that.
So, like, what do you think about that? Is it good? Is it bad?
I think it's bad.
Why you say that?
Just because, like, everybody's going to have to get, like, switched over to being, like, homeschooled and online schooled or whatever. And I feel like, I mean, we've been on this, like, I don't know what to call it. We've just been on this thing where, like, we're always so used to, like, going to school, getting up and getting ready to go to school. But now we're just, like, at home. So, like, I feel like the rate of people graduating or anything is going to, like, decrease because people are going to be so comfortable in their homes and, like, not want to do shit. I meant stuff. And they're just going to want to just,
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of been doing that too. Like I got my game. Like I do got a bunch of work I need to do, but like what I'm saying, like it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's hard to do. It's hard to do a lot of work when you got an Xbox right there. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm just that's kind of my outlook on it. So
I think also for the younger kids too, you can have some parents that just don't have the capacity to teach multiple kids and be their teacher.
Exactly.
I was like, that's crazy to think someone can do that. And then also, some of them still got to work.
Yeah. So like parents are probably leaving their like that's kind of dangerous too because like parents are probably like leaving their kids home alone, and it's like
Right.
Or either that like they gotta stay home from work to watch their kids, and now they're like losing income or like losing like a money that they need or something like that.
That's true. Yeah. What do you think about it, Hero?
I think Josh hit it on the head. I feel a little bad for seniors because they don't get the graduation experience, or at least not right now. Like it would be trash to have your last couple of senior months just taken away, especially if you play sports.
Yeah, that sucks.
That would be tough. And then I think about the younger kids that I don't know. If I'm in elementary or middle school, I'm not doing schoolwork from a distance. No, it's just not gonna happen. And I was a pretty decent student, but I need to be in the school. I'm kind of like Josh. Like you build a schedule. You get used to showing up and getting up.
Yeah, like getting up every morning, getting ready, then heading to school. But now it's like you get up and like all you're gonna want to do is the things you do at home, such as play video games and like what I'm saying? If you got friends really close by to where it's like not a problem to leave your house, then like you're gonna go hang out with them. So like I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. I agree. Even working from home can be challenging. I know that. It's hard to focus.
Yeah. I think it's from a safety standpoint, I mean, it's obviously good, but I'm also of the mentality like everything can't be shut down forever. You know what I'm saying? Like they talk about herd immunity. Like eventually stuff has to open back up at some point. So what that looks like, I don't know. I know it's hard, even with the work we do, we're trying to do online interaction every day with kids and teens and, and like some days it's hit or miss. Some days it's just completely miss, like,
yeah.
And that's just understandable. People are at home and they're not really the first thing they're thinking about is, stuff like online learning and whatever. So I think it's good and bad, but.
Especially with me working with some younger kids, it's like it's hard to interact with families, at specific times when you can't just go knock on their door anymore and have that one-on-one or direct services.
Right.
It's very, very tough.
Yeah. All right. So how about Josh, like I said before we got on the show, we wanted to bring you on because you're a bright young man, tall, handsome, buff, good at video game. No, good at video game. No, but you are all those things. But like you had a pretty big year, and we just kind of wanted to like highlight you. We've done that before, but I think it's cool to be able to hear from you more. Like, what is it like? We know that you, this year created the documentary with us called Little Earth, Pride of the People. Actually, that's kind of where I got the podcast name from. Stole it, even though I helped create it too. But you made the documentary. We worked on that for 9 months. You were the first ever Youth of the Year for Little Earth Boys and Girls Club. You were on the first 18U team to go to the championship for the city league. You're a senior getting ready to graduate. Like, those are all super big things. So, like, with having such a big year, would you say, like, where would you rank this in, if you had to rank the years of your life, what would you say, where is this year at?
What do you, like, rank it? What do
like,
you
is this a
rank
good year? Is this the best year of your life? Is it one of the best years?
I'd honestly have to say it's the best.
It's the best.
Yeah, I've had like a lot of help and a lot of opportunities. So like, and I've also had so much support from like you and then just like so many other people. So it's just like,
it's been a good year.
And obviously, coming from my speech, as I've said, like I didn't have much growing up. So like, it's always been kind of a struggle, but I got through it, fought hard. But yeah, I'd have to say this is like my best year. It's been really good.
I remember the first time like I seen, because I've only been knowing you for like a little over a year, but like that maturity, like growth you've had has been like amazing to see. And I think I first experienced that when we was having that long conversation with me, you, TJ, and Mario, and just to see you.
Speaking of Mario, bro, we should get him on the podcast. That'd be dope.
Should.
That would be dope. I don't know if he has Facebook, but that would be dope.
Should.
You gotta
But yeah,
make
we had
ones.
that long convo, and Josh was just sitting there after like listening for like 20 minutes. He's like, I got something to say. And you kind of just talked for like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
In the middle of some heat too. So I was like, for you as a team to just like stop everything, like, hold on. Like, what are y'all trying to say though? Like, especially living, at Little Earth, hearing your perspective. It was like amazing to see that.
Right.
So I salute you. And since then, I feel like you've been so vocal too. Even the groups you've been to in team group, it's like every time you say something, you have something to say now. Just whether or not someone's listening, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. That skill just developed pretty quickly, and
Yeah, that's been awesome, man. So, like, how do you feel about, what was it like if you could sum up the documentary in like one sentence? Like, what did it do for you, do you think? Or what was that experience like?
I don't know. It's like, I haven't really put too much thought to it just because, like, if I'm going to be honest, like, it was fun making it. It was very inspiring and everything, but like, I haven't really seen like much success in it besides us, having like the completion of it.
Sure.
But
So
like, I haven't seen it really like blow up or like a lot of people talk about it or like all that. Not that that's what I wanted, but like I'm just saying, like, it just, like, that whole documentary was all about giving hope to the Little Earth community and how like we're not bad people here or whatever. And like, but like, still, I feel like the majority of people that think bad about this place or think this place is a bad place, like, I feel like it's just, it hasn't really changed. Like, we need to fight more and like,
event at that studio. I think you were working at that farm or whatever, and I don't know where Elijah was or whatever, but there was about, I want to say, I don't know, 50, 60 people there who were, here goes this boy Randy, gonna add him. What up, Randy?
What's going on? No.
So yeah,
What up, Joshie?
basically, what's that echo,
Good.
bro? Y'all turn that volume down. That you, Randy?
Yeah, probably.
But anyways, like Diego was the first one to go to that event with us. There's about 50 or 60 people there, and like basically, I mean they did a lot of what they said was like, this is eye-opening to me. It helps me it helps me understand the community better. But that's just on a small scale, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to mention that there were people who like, there was one lady even crying, like an older white lady. I was like, I didn't understand why she was crying, but apparently like it brought her to that emotion. So depending on how you gauge success, I mean, yeah, I think it could have done better, could have done worse. Hopefully with the film festivals, maybe it'll draw some more attention, but I think too, maybe just a lot of people didn't get to see it. I don't remember how many views it hit on each platform and stuff, but it's still definitely
Check. It was over 2,000. I'm pretty sure.
right. I know, yeah, got probably a couple thousand, and it's still something to be proud about. And more importantly, it taught you skills you could use, and you got paid to do it, so it employed you, which I think that was one of the biggest things in my goal. When I was approached about it, was like, how can we pay teens to help with this? You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing. The second thing, basically, you know, you got YOY, you got Youth of the Year for Little Earth. So those people who don't know, like, what was that experience like for you? I know because I was there with you, you know, but like, what would you say it did for you? Or how what was that experience like?
It was good. It was actually great, but like it was very like sudden. Like they just like the guys that like gave me like the like told me all about it, you know, got me ready for it or whatever, told me what it was all gonna be. Like they just like came out of nowhere, and it was just like me getting nominated. Like yeah, that was sudden. That was just out of nowhere. It's pretty quick, and so like I don't know. I feel like if I would have had more time on that, like I would have been like more ready, but I was like kind of nervous when it all came down too. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Right. Definitely nerve-wracking, yeah. I remember there was a
time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. I remember hearing your speech. How did you feel to give the speech? Like seeing the reaction of the room.
It was, man. Like if it like I had this feeling of like goodness, like it felt good, but like it was nerve-wracking at the same time because like I didn't know anybody in there besides the guys that came with me, such as TJ, Eddie, and my friend was it Trevor? No, it was Tavian. Yeah, no, but like I didn't know no one in there, and I was just, you know, talking about my life, so it was like really had me shook a little bit. So I mean, but I got through it, and like now I kind of have this like this urge to just like go out and like tell my speech. That'd be like dope. I'd like to do that and get better at speeches and just become something, you know, that's destined to inspire.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for youth, even like different panels to talk about where you come from and what you want to do and your story too. Well, I said there was one coming up this summer. I want to say, to be honest, but I think all of that is canceled with the way things are going. But I think you should do it. It's nice. It feels good. I've been on a couple of panels. Panels are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always motivational speakers. There's camps, conferences, all types of stuff. I mean, I used to do that for a living. So I do remember there was one point, though, we were in the Youth of the Year process and you wanted to quit. Do you remember that, Josh?
Yeah.
But we still pushed through it. So, like, in that experience, could you just say something about that? Like, what does it mean for you to not have quit? Because really, I mean, I remember the internet went out. We couldn't upload your essays. Remember that? Like the Wi-Fi wasn't even working at the YDC. It seemed like everything was trying to stop you from even getting your application in, but to not have quit, like, what does that mean to you?
I mean, obviously, like with like errors popping in like that, like I was just kind of, I just lost hope. Really, like I wanted to do it, but like the fact that stuff kept getting in our way and like slowing our process down, it was just like I kind of just wanted to just give up. But I don't know, not quitting, that meant a lot to me. I'm glad I like stuck with it.
Right. You got to meet some cool people. You got to have old girl shake your hand, smile. You got to meet who was that guy you talked to? He was like a really tall, older white guy. I remember he talked to you after the speech. Because Josh's speech, by the way, for those watching, it was the best speech. I don't care if other clubs see this. It was the best speech. I'm biased. I still think Josh should have won Youth of the Year. I don't really care. But his speech was by far the best for sure. But I remember there was a guy you talked to for like maybe 5 minutes afterwards. And he gave you, I don't know if he gave you his contact info and stuff, but.
Yeah, he did. He did. I still have it too.
So what did he talk to you about?
He really just talked about like giving me an opportunity. Like, so something I want to do when I, like a profession I want to get into is electrical engineering. But like, what he works on, he didn't really have no like ties into that. But like we still just like chopped it up a bit, and we just talked about how what he does, and like how that like maybe I could even like pursue a career in whatever he's doing, and like he could give me a little launch to it. But it was just like I think it was like some sport stuff, like some sports news stuff. I think I don't know. I don't really remember. It's been a while.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to point it out because it's the opportunities, really. That's what we're trying to provide is opportunities for people to succeed and meet the people needed. Everyone's needed assistance in life. And if we can do if we can play any part in tying people together and, sharing our network and stuff, that's what's important, So there might be someone watching this who's like, maybe next year they'll apply for Youth of the Year. And, they'll say, why should I do this? And it's like, you might meet that guy who can give you a job or help you get in school or whatever it is. But
I want to say there's a contact within Little Earth that has family there that has apprenticeship in electrical engineering. I want to say that.
No, probably.
TJ, have you seen those pamphlets? That I will get them to you. All right, conversation another time.
Yeah, it's a good profession. You can make some good money too.
It is.
Which is always important.
They're starting off apprenticeships paying over $18 an hour. So teaching.
Hey, when you make it big, don't forget me, bro.
Talk about that basketball season. I want to ask y'all some questions about that basketball season.
All right. So for those of y'all that don't know, I am the Little Earth Red Bears coach for 18U. We have our own whole basketball program that Coach Muckwell runs, Muckwell Roberts. Hopefully, maybe he'll be willing to. Yeah, maybe he'll be willing to jump on the podcast. But I'm the coach, Josh.
There's like a lot of people that we should get on this podcast.
Hey,
so I agree. I agree.
So I'm the coach. I've been the coach for 3 years for 18U. Josh has played all 3 years. He's kind of been, he was one of the best players every year. And then I would say probably this year he was the best player. Maybe a toss-up between him and Laurent, but
definitely key players in those playoff games.
Yeah. So, but we made it to the championship for the first time ever. Now, of course, we didn't win. What was crazy was we were down 27.
It was so close. It was so close.
We were down 27-13 on the verge of getting blown out. I called timeout. I just said, look, man, this is up to y'all if y'all want it, Like, just have fun. I remember saying, we need to get back to having fun. Everyone is uptight and yelling and mad at each other. No matter what happens, let's just have fun, man. And then we came back. We got into with 1 point. So we were down, I think, 35-34. We get the ball. We're about to take the lead. Danny gets a technical foul, which cost us 2 points. And from there, we just couldn't recover, and we lost by, I don't know, 5-6 points. But it was super dope, number one, to get to the championship. And then to not give up and to come back was...
Also, to have the playoffs at home. Josh, talk about that feeling. How did it feel to play at East Coast for those playoff games and championship game and, like, the whole crowd? What did that feel like?
I don't really know.
I remember you were hyped, though. Because I remember the day before you was like, man, this gym's about to be packed. Like, everyone's about to be here watching us.
Yeah. It was like that, though. I mean, like, I don't know. Man, that game was so intense. Me and Danny both fouled out. It was terrible.
It was a really defense grimy game too. Like, it wasn't high scoring at all. It was intense.
Like, yeah, everyone was just like,
everyone was off.
Yeah,
like both teams. Like, most people were just off. It wasn't a high scoring game. It was straight hustle plays and
it was an ugly
points.
Game. Yeah, well, none of our threes were falling. If we could have hit some threes, we would have won. But I mean, the thing I told the team afterwards, too, is like, I know it sucks that we lost the championship, but we still got a trophy. We're the first ever team. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy, but knowing, like, you can come back to the YDC, Josh, in 10 years and see that trophy.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I did that.
Yeah.
I was a part of that.
And not only was you a part of it, I mean, but you was one of the big pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you didn't foul out, that could have been a whole different game. Now, of course, number 38 on the other team, that dude is like bigger than me and Josh put together. I still don't believe he was 18 years old, but I don't know, bro. That boy was a big boy, bro. So...
Yeah, TJ, what about you? Coaching in that atmosphere, how did it feel?
I was yelling a lot. I know my wife told me, like, you was yelling loud. I'm a really passionate, vocal person. Like, that's just the way I am, so that's how I coach. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I love all my players. I'm just proud of them. Like, what I told them at the beginning of the season, whether they remember it or not, is like, if we just stick together, like, we are, to this day, I still believe we're the best team in that league. Like, we were the best team. And as long as we just stuck together, I knew we were going to make it to the championship. And, I mean, at the end of the day, that's really the goal, to play for a championship. To be the first team to do it for 18U, I mean, was super dope. It's disappointing, but, you know, like, I'm just happy. I'm happy to be able to – what basketball does is it brings people together. You're closer to each other. You know, you got to work through issues – right? Because everyone wants to be the ball handler, the star, you know, the point scorer. Even Josh, I mean, I know you've talked multiple times during the season, like, you felt like he wasn't getting the ball enough, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of how basketball works. Everyone feels that way.
Yeah. So I know there was times where I would say, you know, like, we need to get Josh the ball more because he got a dude on him who's smaller. Not necessarily in the championship game because that big dude was there, but like other games where like I'm like, bro, give Josh the ball. Give him the ball.
Easy buckets.
Because the thing about Josh is like you're not just big, you're fast and you can dribble. So little dudes can't guard you because you're too big and strong, and then big dudes are usually too slow. So
yeah, and also like towards the end of that championship game, when I got the ball like twice in the last 5 minutes of the last quarter, it was like I blew past him so quickly and so easily, and like just got some good reverse layups, and it was just super. I don't know. It was. I was just like, I just told my team, like, come on, y'all seen I just took him. Like, let's keep doing that. Like, I can easily keep doing that.
Right, I do remember that too. Yeah, that was good though.
Oh,
he says his phone. He says his phone's acting up. I wanted to ask Ask him about the season.
Randy's another passionate player right there. Gets into it. I
Yeah.
remember some of the faces in the playoff games, just undeniable.
We'll see if Randy hops on. I just messaged him, but I did want to ask us, Josh? First of all, what you been doing during quarantine, man?
You want to see what I've been doing?
Sure, why not? Minecraft. This boy built a world. What did you build, man? I feel it. I feel it.
I haven't really built nothing yet. This is a new world. Yo, people need to understand, bro. Minecraft is actually a good
Minecraft
game.
is for creatives. You gotta have that creative
Bro, like
mind.
it's just like exactly like I've built so many like crazy things in this like game. Like a lot of people I play with too, like they go on YouTube and like use content creators' creation. Like why? Like why? I never understood that. Like why can't they just hop on and just like do their own thing? Like just, find their own like creativity.
What up,
Randy,
Randy?
you're back. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Is it still echoing?
No, you're good.
No, you're good. You're good. We were just talking about the 18U season and that feeling, the championship game and playing in front of the crowd and a whole sort of feel. What did that feel like? You want to talk about that a little bit?
I don't know. It was pretty good, or it was a pretty nice environment actually. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, get on me.
It was just kind of hard
4 of them.
how it went down though.
Swiss cheese.
Yo, your
So I
mic's
really
not
like
on,
talking
bro.
about it a lot.
Yeah, man. I know it wasn't easy, but bro, I mean, what was it like
You're
to
back,
have?
bro.
First of all, how do you feel knowing you're the first team to ever make it to the championship for 18U?
Yo, do you think you dropped
That's a big accomplishment
Mind you.
to
I
the
can't hear
community.
Randy.
You can't hear him?
Going around.
I can hear him.
Nope.
Josh can't hear you, Randy. Yeah, Josh.
I can hear him.
Probably because I had no mic on the table. Can you hear me now?
I can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Josh?
Yo, it's fine. Just all good.
But yeah, so what is it like knowing you're the first? Okay, you said it's a big accomplishment. Like, how did it feel to know like that gym was probably more packed than it's ever been? All them people came to watch y'all play for a championship.
Oh wait, what did you say?
Like, how did it feel to know you had a whole gym full of people? Like East Phillips was so
Nowhere
packed.
to sit at all.
Yeah.
Standing room, people were out in the lobby, like all to watch y'all
People were-
play for a championship.
Yeah, we were basically on the court.
I don't know. I really don't pay. I know it was a big crowd, but when I play basketball, I really don't be paying attention to the crowd when I'm playing. I was more focused in the game,
Yeah.
especially in the championship game too. It was good. It was good that that we had most of the fans on our side though.
It was good.
Oh,
You had
yeah.
Mario running up and down the sideline, or who else was? I heard a couple people yelling. I didn't know who.
There was a
else.
lot. I don't know. It was packed though.
Bro, I was basically
Packed.
playing the defensive coach. I was like, yo, cut. They're swinging. Baseline.
Oh, and then the
32 right
ref,
there.
bro, the ref
Hand
did
up.
make a couple bogus calls, bro.
Yeah, I think I got away with playing defensive coach because I know the refs from when I used to play at Whittier, and they all liked me. So they were just like, Greg and the other, I forgot his other name. They were just chill with me, sort of being that close to the court. And
And
it was
one thing we
intense.
forgot to mention was bro, if Carlo would have been there the whole game, I think it would have just been different from the beginning, man. Like he came
Bro,
at,
we
I
came
think,
back late. Well, we were down like 14. We still came back, right?
bro, it was 27-13, and I called timeout and was like, "Yo, what are we doing? We just got to get back to having fun, man. Let's just have fun. Whatever happens, happens, man." And like y'all came all the way back. That's what was crazy. Like we came all the way back like it was nothing. And then from there on, it was just basically like grind it out, like just crazy game, man. But
Yeah,
A few
there's that
texts
one
too.
play
A
on
few
their
texts.
team. Yeah.
A few of those texts was a big part of that too.
Oh, without
Yeah.
a doubt.
that's what I was
Those-
saying. Before you hopped on, what I was saying was
Josh, you just muted your mic.
yeah, your mic's muted, Josh.
Okay, cool. He said, "I know." All right.
Oh, but basically, man, like, bro, we was down 35-34. We got a steal. We're bringing the ball down the court. Danny gets a tech for cussing at the dude or whatever he did.
They were
Yeah.
going back
Taunted
and
him.
forth all night, though. They were
He
going
was
back and
taunting
forth
him.
all night. I think
That
he
was the
clapped-
thing,
he
too,
clapped in
though.
his face.
That was the thing where I asked him. I'm like, I asked, I'm like, sir, I asked the ref, like, you're telling me he's the only one saying something? Like, it takes two people to argue and talk trash, bro. Come on now. Danny's the type of person, he don't talk trash unless you start talking to him. From what I've known about him. I mean, maybe there's cases where he might initiate it,
Yeah.
but I think the refs was kind of, just a little bogus.
Oh,
But
Trevor on my pants.
of course, anyone watching this could be like, you're just mad y'all lost. I mean,
Yeah, you never
know.
put it in the hands of the ref.
Yeah,
I'll never
so-
put it in the hands of the ref.
But no, yeah, they wouldn't understand how they feel because they didn't. They weren't even like playing in the game or coaching that game.
yeah. But no, all in all, it was a great season. I'm super proud of y'all, man. It was always a blessing to coach y'all. And I wanted to ask y'all too, like before we at some point just ask y'all, like, what are the top 3 things you've watched during quarantine?
The top 3 things.
Yeah, that you've
Top
watched.
3.
Could be a TV
Well,
show, could be a YouTube video, whatever, movie.
Come on, now, you know what number 1
I
is.
don't know if Randy's answering, so let me know when I can.
Yeah, let Randy go first. We'll let Randy go
Hey,
first.
rain down. Let's go.
Number 1 is The Last Dance.
it's only just started too. It was so good, bro.
Yeah, well,
haven't
like the
seen
first
it.
2 episodes.
I don't have access
What did
to
he
watch
say?
it right now.
He said The Last
The
Dance,
Last
the
Dance.
documentary about Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
Oh,
All right,
What else?
what's number 2, Randy?
Oh, I've watched like The Goodfellas like 3 times already.
That's a good movie.
Goodfellas.
Out of your-
Yeah, it is.
I ain't seen it in a minute, but I know it's good.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
And lastly,
Oh, I've just been watching a lot of podcasts. I don't know.
Sports stuff.
Yeah,
Knuckleheads.
yep. Just mainly that one, Knuckleheads. Yeah.
I feel it.
Joshy, what about you, bro? What's the top 3 things you've watched during quarantine?
I've watched. Like, could it be even movies that I've already watched?
Yeah.
Anything, bro.
Project X. That movie, bro.
Is that a movie, right?
That movie is amazing.
Yeah.
that's a movie.
We had a huge party.
I've never seen it, but I
Yeah,
think
it's
you
the-
told me about it actually
part-
when it came out.
No, it's old. That's like 2010.
Yeah, I'm gonna go airport.
Is it?
So Project
Yeah, that's
X
an
is
old
number
movie,
1.
but it's so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about
Actually,
number
no,
2?
not number one. Not number one. That's not number one.
No.
I was just
okay.
putting that out there. But
That's just
number
honorable
one would
mention.
have to be. Bro, number 1 would have to be All American.
Oh,
that
bro.
show.
My brother loved
That show, bro.
Yeah, that show's good, bro.
That show is
I ain't gonna no
amazing,
cap.
bro.
That show's good. So are you all up to date? Did you watch them all?
Yeah, I watched them all. I'm waiting for season 3. Need to hurry up.
I know, left you on the
I've been like-
cliffhanger, bro.
Yeah, I even follow Daniel Ezra, and I've been keeping up with the updates and stuff, and that's crazy. He's what is he? He's from the UK, and he has like a whole accent and everything. It's crazy how he can just change his voice and get that American accent or whatever.
Which one's
Actually sound
Daniel
like he's,
Ezra?
like, Spencer James. That's his like actor's name.
Oh,
That's
for
the
real?
dude that plays.
I didn't know
Yeah,
he was
you
from
should
the
watch
UK.
watch an interview on him, bro. Like the way he
That's
talks
crazy.
in All American,
Yeah.
the way he talks in All American, like he's like, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. He has like a whole
Dang.
accent, and like the ladies that are interviewing him even like ask him to change his voice, and he's like, hey, I'm about to go to the store down in Crenshaw. Like he like changes his voice like it's nothing. It's crazy.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Right now.
Hey, what
I
you
like
want?
that
One
show
more.
a lot.
One more. All American's good.
I'd have to go with The Flash. I've been watching that lately.
Alright.
It's a good show.
I haven't seen The Flash in years.
Yeah. When it comes to the DC side of superheroes or whatever, it's The Flash. When it comes to Marvel, it's Spider-Man. More specifically, Miles Morales. That's bro.
Yeah.
They need to make like a realistic version, like how they did with like the other Spider-Mans. Like not no cartoony Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse stuff. Like
Like
Yeah,
actual
them-
live
yeah, them
action
are
one.
good. yeah, them will have to be my 3. My 3 shows and 3 movies.
Dope.
TJ, what about you?
Man, I'd have to say I would put The Last Dance up there, but it's only the first 2 episodes, so I can't. If you were to re-ask me in 2 or 3 weeks, it'll be number 1 for sure. But I would say All American, like Josh said. That show's just super good, super relatable. As a kid, I grew up playing football my whole life. I grew up in the hood, like so super relatable and just really good. So many storylines and like stuff that happened. It's just really good. I would say the second thing, I watched a show called Hunters. So Hunters is about it's like there's all these Nazis that integrate to America and they've been here for like 20, 30 years. This is like after, World War II. Yeah. And then there's all these Jews living here and they form a team of like Nazi hunters because the Nazis are secretly like to start a Fourth Reich, which is like the German regime that, did all their stuff. So it was kind of crazy. And Al Pacino's in there. He's like one of the main characters. It's a TV show on Amazon Prime. So that was good. And I would say probably the third thing I've watched. Man, that's really the only 2 things I've watched. I did watch I don't want to say this was like a great movie, but it was good, and I watched it. It was called The Way Back. It's a new basketball movie. It's about this coach who is like really a big alcoholic, and like he becomes a basketball coach. Yeah, he does.
Is that the
He has
one with Ben Affleck?
he has a really good performance. The movie, some people say they don't like the ending and this. But as far as his character, like it was a really good performance, I think.
Is it better than Coach Carter?
I don't know. It's really hard. I don't think so, bro. No.
Oh, they put Space Jam on Netflix. I've been watching that too.
I did see it was on Netflix. But Coach Carter, bro. I mean, Coach Carter is funny. It's serious. It's emotional. Like it's just all in one, bro. So no, I couldn't put it higher than Coach Carter. Yeah, those are my 3.
For me, definitely number 1 has to be Ozark.
I keep hearing about that.
Oh my God, it's so good. Amazing. Money laundering for the Mexican drug cartels.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it. I thought it was about something else for some reason. That's why I never watched it.
No, it's them trying to figure out how to launder more money for the cartels and the pressure going
And
on
Lord
in the
Drop
whole
is what they're
cartel
upset.
war.
That's
Number
what's up.
2, probably the Joe Budden podcast.
It's
Favorite,
running out.
hilarious.
Oh, his is good. Yeah, I like that. He's yeah.
Then recently, number 3, I'm
Wait,
going to say Naruto and Boruto.
Lord Drop is
It's the only
Naruto?
anime I really watch. Yeah, I love Naruto. No lie.
I ain't never got in. I only watched Dragon Ball Z, man.
It's much better than Dragon Ball Z. Better
Oh,
development.
dang!
It's a
Bro,
better
you about to
story.
make some people mad, bro.
I'm telling you, better writers. It's hard to compete with the Heat.
I just know the Naruto run. That's all I know, bro. Can you? Yeah, but so yeah, man. That's pretty much all I got. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about?
Randy got in a little late. Randy, you're a senior too. How does it feel being a senior right now and missing the last couple months of your senior
I don't
year
know.
in
It kind of
school?
threw me off. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit.
Hey,
This is
Jordan, you
weird.
assault rifle class and then a sniper
I never
rifle
really
class.
expected anything like this.
Yeah, I don't think any of us did. America has always been sort of like outside of all the world conflicts. We've been on this little island in a bubble.
That's true. How do you feel knowing that there's going to be no school for the rest of the year, Randy?
That's weird too.
That's
Like I
crazy.
never like this. Like I don't think anyone has ever did any or been through anything like this where they had to like cancel school.
No, not in our lifetimes. This is the first time this has happened.
I did see a school. Of the principal and assistant principal, they lined the entire school driveway with like giant pictures of the graduating class as kind of like somewhat a graduation. I know it's not the same, but at least they were trying. So I thought that was cool.
Yo,
I mean,
salute to them for putting in that effort and
Yeah.
trying to give that experience. That's amazing.
it's just crazy. There's no NBA playoffs should be going right now. Like, there's no sports. People are like, the NFL drafts tonight. I'm like, who cares, bro? Like, the NFL might not even have a season, bro. What are we? Things that we thought were important, like, we realize aren't really as important, I think, so it's definitely hard. But Randy, as a hooper, how are you maintaining not being able to go to the gym every day?
Hey, Jordan's head to bed.
Well, I'm just trying to get some shots up somehow. Every day. I don't mind
Yeah.
going to the park shooting a little bit, but trying to keep it loaded.
It's just not the same, though, man. To run fives, bro, it's just
Yeah, I know. Hey, bro, the center needs to have another league though.
Yeah, I know. That would be dope. I think Johnny will be with it. I think he'd do it.
Yeah, that would be something. That would be something nice.
Yeah. What he's referring to is we had a men's league at the Indian Center for 2 seasons. It was super dope. I
You pick me up on your team? No, I was just kidding.
I would, yeah. My team's always comprised of like, really. Who's my last team was? Well, Eddie wouldn't join me. I don't know why, but I can't remember what happened. Oh, he didn't want to play with a certain person on my team. I won't say no names, but my team last time was Lowe, Kyle, my homie Ben from college, Emilio. I can't remember who else. A couple other people, but I ended up breaking a bone in my foot right before the season started. So I had to miss the first 6 games. And I'm the one who paid the league fees. So I was like, I was happy though. We still were in the league, but it was super fun. But
they have playoff tournaments at the end too, huh?
Yeah, that was dope. Bro, my man Lowe go crazy in that league, bro. The first year Lowe played, he won MVP. I think he was still in high school in a men's league. He was averaging like 35 points a game or something, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro. He was just destroying everyone. His team was one of the worst record-wise, but he was putting up like 35 every game, bro. 25, 35, like easy.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
But all right, so I think the way we can end today is just give us the one thing you're looking forward to most when quarantine ends.
Going back to the gym.
Going back to the gym, I feel it. What about you, Haro?
It's either lifting weights, going back to the gym, or just like
It's fighting.
just people, being around people.
Just
Chasing
anything.
I'm trying to get back in the center and give everyone buckets.
I feel you. Hey,
I be
Randy,
giving
when he
all
be
of
getting
them
hot, bro,
buckets.
when Randy get hot, he do be going off on people.
The
Josh,
boys
what
can't
about
stop
you?
me. Too old.
What was the question?
What's the one thing you're looking forward to most when this quarantine ends?
Chick-fil-A.
See, I took Josh there, and now he's hooked,
be
man.
honest. Chick-fil-A.
Hey, it is good. I'm not
Bro,
gonna
I
lie.
miss it, bro. I haven't had it in a while, bro.
Oh man, that's how I feel about the Chinese food place by my house. They called my brother like, "Hey, we're gonna be open tomorrow." I was like, "Bet, we'll be there." We will be there.
Bro, low key, I put a poll on my Instagram. It was like, I miss buffets, bro. Like, are buffets ever gonna come back after this?
They're saying movie theaters might. I don't. AMC is bankrupt. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, bro. I don't even know if restaurants are gonna be back at
I
anything.
know all the local fire restaurants might be closed forever.
I think restaurants will come back. As far as local, some of them might go out of business, but
Yeah, that's tough in a place like around. I don't know. I live by East Street. It's a lot of local restaurants.
yeah. I would say for me, man, the biggest thing is like being able to just go out on a date or like have someone watch my kids. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I got 2 young boys. They just crazy, bro. So like, and I'm sure my wife is even more. It just, there's nowhere to go. It's just you know, like, so it's just hard, you know. Usually you try to get away once a week or something as a couple, but that's just out the window, bro. It's just not possible. So
Yeah, I've been lucky. I go on like bike rides. Like I biked 10 miles yesterday. Like, car rides
sheesh.
every day.
Yeah, I feel
I go
it.
on a car ride every day just to like get out.
That's what I want to get. I want to get me a bike, bro.
It's
A
nice.
bike?
There's so many bike trails around the city.
I got a bike
Like, I
you can
bike to
have, bro.
Hoppers.
You want?
Yeah, dude, it's on.
You for real?
Yeah, it just sits in my garage, bro.
What kind of bike is it?
It's a Trek, bro. I bought it in the hood, bro, for the Lolo, but I never used it.
Bro.
I think I actually bought it from your brother, bro.
Hey, I'll come over right now.
He like $25. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this even if I don't use it because it's just a good deal. Like someone will use it eventually and get his money worth. So if you want it, yeah, I can drop it off to you.
All right, bet. You can drop it off today?
No, tomorrow. I'll drop it off tomorrow.
All right.
Because I've been working, but yeah. So well, thank y'all for joining. We're gonna do this every Thursday. Y'all are more than welcome to join us. It's super dope chopping it up with y'all.
Thanks for joining again, Josh. Thanks
Yeah,
for
I'll be.
joining
Hey,
us.
I'll be down.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be down to do this every Thursday. You
All
know,
right.
make it a little routine.
And if you guys have any,
We need to work on.
yeah, if you have any
We need to
suggestions
work
on who to
getting more
get,
people in here.
This
Yeah,
kid's
bro.
That's like 2 people right there. Coach Mukwa and then Mario. It'd be
There
dope to
you
get them
go.
on here.
yeah, we can work on it this week, bro.
All right, bet.
All right, y'all have a good
All
night,
right.
man.
Nope.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
too.
Stay safe out there. Peace.